this is episode 8 of the Man United stream. Yes, how are you doing? I've had a wonderful weekend, beautiful sunny weather in the UK. I hope you guys also had a lovely weekend. Okay, let's get straight to it. Transfer saga of Mason Mount continues with Manchester United making their final offer for £55 million for him and it being rejected by Chelsea. Yes, it got rejected by Chelsea, and then there was rumours that Manchester United are going to ditch the whole transfer and offers and the approach for Mason Mount, and they're going to go for Moises Caicedo, the player that Chelsea are actually after. Yes, that would be a ballsy move. That would be a crazy move if they actually did that. I'm just thinking that's the rumours. No way are Manchester United cool enough to go and do that. If they did do that, that would be amazing. That would be warning signs. That would be shots fired for the rest of the clubs out there who always up the price for Manchester United when they come knocking on the doors for players, and they always apply the Man United tax. They pull their pants down and they say, right, okay, give us another 20 million extra because you are Manchester United. You are having to pay extra because you are the biggest club in the world. That's right, biggest club in the world. You have to pay extra because your name tag says that you are Manchester United. Oh, suddenly if Liverpool come knocking for Mason Mount, oh yeah, you can take him for 40 million. Yes, of course you can. Oh, Manchester United? Oh, no. If it's Manchester United, you make sure you get another 20 million out of them extra. 65 million for a player who's unproven. Personally, I think he is unproven. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. Someone who's in his last year of his contract. Absolute joke. Absolute no. I do not want Manchester United to be paying 65 million for that type of player. They'd rather just wait, see if they can get him on the free. Yes, he's agreed personal terms. Yes, he wants to come to Manchester United. But come on, how many players have we done this with? Sancho, all these players who want to come to Manchester United, we've agreed personal terms with them, but then we end up paying ludicrous amounts for them to the club. I mean, Anthony, look, I'm going to say it because a lot of fans haven't been saying this, but Anthony is complete and utter rubbish for what we paid for him. Does he look like he's got the potential to be a top player? Absolutely not. He's not got that potential. I'm sorry to say. Look, I really wanted to see Anthony do really well, but you get glimpses of a player who can do really well going forward in the future. Anthony, for me, unfortunately, in his first season, I didn't see them see that thing, that spark. You know, the spark that you see in players, and you think, wow, this guy could actually be good going forward. In the future, this guy could be pivotal for the team. Unfortunately, I don't think his decision making and his just general play isn't good enough for what we paid Ajax. So look, that is my thought process. The same thing on Mason Mount. I'm thinking, why would we want to pay extra for this guy? Caicedo, on the other hand, yes, I would pay 65 million, 70 million for him. He actually looks good. He actually will do a job for Manchester United. I think he'd slot in next to Casemiro perfectly. He'd create a solid spine of the team. He's young, he's fast, he's agile, he's got power, he can drive teams forward, he's got the perfect composure on the ball. I think he would be an amazing signing. We do not want this saga of Mason Mount to continue all the way through the transfer window. Hence why I was really pleased to hear that Manchester United have made this offer. They're not willing to meet Chelsea personally as they've expressed to do. So Chelsea apparently have said to Man United, oh look, let's sit down face to face and let's discuss this further, rather than sending email correspondence to each other with offers and counter offers. But I think Manchester United have done exactly the right thing. No, there is no need to meet. We have made our final offer. You don't like it, tell us you don't like it. You've rejected it, fine, thank you. We're walking away. Do not waste time into getting into these protracted negotiations with these type of clubs. We've done it with De Jong last season. It just does not pay for Manchester United to do that. We just waste our time pussyfooting around with these clubs and these players. We've got personal terms agreed with Mason Mount, so you guys need to think, do we let this guy go for 55 million, he's happy to leave, or do we hold on to a disgruntled player for another year and then let him go for free next year? There's not many other clubs who are in talks and want to sign Mason Mount. There was rumours that Bayern Munich might be doing that, but look, them are just complete rumours, and Manchester United need to hold firm on this. They need to stay really strong and say, right, this is the end. This is the end of you pulling our pants down for this many years. Since Fergie's left, we've just been literally done over left, right and centre. Whenever we've gone in for players, we've just got shafted. Look, I'm happy for Manchester United to walk away from this deal. Let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, the Glazers, yep, we've not had any updates as to whether they're actually going to leave the club or they're just hanging on for dear life like parasites sucking the blood out of Manchester United, leaving nothing. They're just literally taking every penny they can, and they're hoping that the Manchester United fans forget all about it. But oh no, we're not. The 1958 group have announced, United Group have announced that tomorrow there'll be a protest at 9:45 a.m. So if you're around Manchester, I highly recommend that you go there and show your support, because this is important. We need to keep the pressure on the Glazers to actually sell the club, rather than just sit there thinking, actually, this is a great distraction. Let's just distract the fans, and hopefully they will start looking elsewhere. They'll start looking at the players, start looking at the football, and start fantasizing about who's going to come to the club and what football is going to be played next year, and they'll forget who the owners are. But we cannot do that. There is only one agenda here. There's only one aim here. We need to get rid of the Glazers, and in doing so, everything else will fall into place. Okay, so let's move on. We are also hearing Timber. Yes, this is a difficult one, because why they're letting Arsenal close in on the deal, I have no idea. It's a hard one. Because we were going after him last year and Ajax refused to sell him. I need Erik ten Hag to work his magic on this one. I think we need to go. We need to approach him, and we need to poach this deal. We need to do this. We need to be hardball, man. We need to turn into ruthless Manchester United. We need to go and get these players in. There's talk of also Rabiot again. We had this talk last summer and it didn't work out. Something didn't happen, and there's still talk of Rabiot joining Manchester United. Why? I have no idea. I do not rate Rabiot as a top player. He's half decent, but is he someone who we want for the future? No, I absolutely disagree. I don't know who in Manchester United. I hope it's not Erik ten Hag who's looking at Rabiot and saying, look, I want Rabiot. Why? He's just an absolute joke of a player. I don't think he's good enough. Why do we want Rabiot, who's nearing end of his career, to come into Manchester United and just to milk it, just to sit back, relax, and just take the cash? That's what it's all about. We are trying to get rid of so many players out of Manchester United. There's so many players on the transfer list out. De Gea, Maguire, Fred, Bailly. There's so many. I can carry on and on. McTominay. But we need to get rid of these players, because they've just been dead wood in Manchester United. But why would we want to replace our dead wood with more dead wood? No, we don't want that. We do not want more players like this. We need young, hungry players coming in at Manchester United to really, really bolster the future for us. I personally think we need talent and we need raw ambition to come into Manchester United and really push us to the next level and catch up to the clubs like Man City, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Have you seen Real Madrid? If Mbappe, it's a matter of time actually, if Mbappe joins Real Madrid, we are all absolutely shafted. What a team that's going to be. It's just an amazing lineup of crazy attacking force as well as top defensive players. I think it'll be a force to be reckoned with. What a rebuild that has been for Perez. What a top owner he's been. And this is why I keep saying to everybody, the ownership matters. There's fans out there who say, well, it doesn't matter, the Glazers, whether it's Glazers, whether it's Jim Ratcliffe, whether it's the Sheikh Yassim, it doesn't matter because it's the players that have to play on the pitch. Absolutely rubbish, absolute garbage. That is, the ownership makes a huge difference to how the club moves forward and who they sign and what they do on the pitch. It's like any business out there. If the owners are not good, it'll just filter down right to the bottom and no one will care. No one gives a crap. But if the standards are being set by the owners and they're there and they're making sure that the club is going in the right direction, it's everything. It's everything to the success of the club. The perfect example is what the Glazers are doing currently with Manchester United. Look at them. Absolute joke, because they don't give a crap about the club. They don't care that we're in the middle of a transfer window and they've still got this takeover debacle going on. Still, they should have had this dealt with. They should have already, if they cared about the club, even if they had a 5% care for Manchester United or 1% care, they would have said, right, okay, let's get this deal done and dusted before the transfer window opens, so the new owners can be given the opportunity to go out there and sign some decent players. And this is why I keep thinking, I'm not quite sure whether the Glazers are looking to sell, because they would have done it by now. Why would they hang on? No one from the Glazers or the Rain Group have come out and said that Manchester United is now going to be sold and the Glazers are going to leave. That is scary for me, because I keep thinking, wait up, so we don't actually know. It's just all hype. It's all fake news. We don't know. We don't know whether they're selling the club. We don't know whether they're in the process of selling. We don't even know whether they've accepted any offers. This is all just smokescreen. It's a smokescreen. I've not heard anything from any of the bidders. I mean, Sheikh Yassim or Sir Jim Ratcliffe, we've not had any news from them saying, yes, we've had solid meetings with the Glazers and the Rain Group and we are in the process of moving forward. In fact, they're just as frustrated as the fans are. We are not clear as to what is going to go on with Manchester United. What are the Glazers up to? Nobody knows. Not even the press. Even the press are completely silent on this issue. Even they haven't. Look how many rumours we hear of Manchester United linked to this player, linked to that player, who we're going to buy, who we're possibly going to be bringing in, but nothing about the Glazers and about them selling the club. And this is worrying for me, because I think, well, yes, we keep hearing rumours about, supposedly Sheikh Yassim is in the lead, and supposedly there's a exclusivity period that's going to be offered to them, but nothing. We've heard absolutely nothing. Moving back to the transfers, what's going on in anything else? There was talk of Onana. I think I mentioned it in my last episode, but nothing's transpired. I mean, it feels like even the transfers are on hold because no one knows what the hell's going on with the takeover. And Mason Mount is the only one that we fully know that offers actually have been made for him. And that's it. I can't think of anyone else where the offers have been made. Let's wait and see what goes on tomorrow. I'm hoping that there's some news coming out of the Rain Group today. And if it does, I will be hot on the press. I will be getting in touch with my sources and seeing what news we can get hold of. But I will see you tomorrow with a new episode, so please smash that like button and please subscribe for further news on Manchester United. Thank you very much. Goodbye.